gentleman from Texas is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this time, I yield to my colleague from North Carolina, Mr. Pittenger, for the purpose of a colloquy.
I thank the gentleman from Texas. Mr. Chairman, earlier today, the House passed a critical $8 billion disaster relief package that is intended to fund the immediate needs for federal disaster relief. Similar to Hurricane Harvey, a year ago, eastern North Carolina was devastated by Hurricane Matthew. Our state suffered $4.8 billion in damage, including 98,000 homes and 19,000 businesses. 82,000 people have made application to FEMA. Mr. Chairman, although the package passed by the House this morning was for Hurricane Harvey relief, can you please explain how it will be also helpful for Hurricane Matthew victims? I would like to be able to assure my constituents that Congress will continue to support their long-term disaster relief needs. I yield to the gentleman from Texas and Chairman of the Homeland Security Subcommittee on Appropriations.
I thank the gentleman for yielding, and I thank you for bringing up this issue. Last week, FEMA was forced to restrict obligations for past disasters to prioritize funding for immediate life-saving efforts in response to Hurricane Harvey. The supplemental funding bill that passed the House this morning will enable FEMA to lift these restrictions and resume funding for long-term recovery efforts such as those in North Carolina and other parts of our nation. I yield back to the gentleman.
Mr. Chairman, as we consider the great plight in Texas of Hurricane Harvey, I also want to offer my sincere thanks for the outpouring of support for my state's continued requirements received that they need after the devastation of Hurricane Matthew. I want to thank Chairman Fairlandhausen and who's offered my state great support, and Chairman Carter, and I yield back my time.
Thank you. Yield back.